Good evening, and welcome to Dell Medical School's Class of 2025 White Coat Ceremony. Please silence your phone and any other devices. The program will begin shortly. Good evening. Please turn your attention to the back of the room as we welcome Dell Medical School Class of 2025.
All right, everyone, welcome. Please, everyone, have a seat. Welcome to all our in-person guests and everyone who is with us virtually today. And first, welcome to the most important group, which is the class of 2025. Congratulations, guys. And probably many of you know that this event should have happened a year ago, but of course was postponed because of the pandemic. So it makes it an extra special day for really all of us. Again, family members and friends who are here and virtually, thank you for the support of this terrific class of students. Medical school is a tough time. It's a lot of work, and they really lean on you. So thank you for all of that. I also want to thank our terrific educators here at Dell Medical School, our medical education team and all of the faculty who are so invested in making sure that we provide the absolute best education possible for our students and have the chance to watch them flourish. We have some other thanks as well. Thanks to Travis County and to our community. We're here for you, and you helped to found us, so thank you. And thank you to the Travis County Medical Society and Board, who are also big supporters of the school. We have a number of terrific donors who are listed in the program today who have provided, a lot of scholarships for our students, so to make medical school more affordable. So certainly thank you to our donors as well. And a last thank you to both Michael and Susan Dell obviously who named the school. They also have a lovely gift of donating the white coats that everyone has today in perpetuity for all the classes, well, the class today and the classes to come in the future. So again, thanks to the Michael and Susan Dell Foundation. And I just wanted to add that on the white coats that are going to be put on today, there's a beautiful quote on the inside pocket that says, "Always take the opportunity to make a difference." And that is really emblematic of the school and of this terrific class of students. So I wanted to just take a minute now and introduce a really terrific person and friend and our keynote speaker today, Dr. Leah Harris. Dr. Harris is the chair of our Department of Pediatrics and director of the Dell Pediatric Research Institute at Dell Medical School. She's also the pediatrician-in-chief at Dell Children's Medical Center. Dr. Harris is relatively new to Dell Med. Prior to coming here, she served as the chief of the Division of Critical Care Medicine at the Lurie Children's Hospital at Northwestern in Chicago. She was also the vice chair for faculty affairs and was professor of pediatrics in critical care medicine. She received her medical degree from the Rosalind Franklin University of Medicine and Science, Chicago Medical School, and completed her residency, chief residency, and fellowship training in pediatric critical care medicine at the University of Chicago Hospitals. Her areas of interest include transition, metal biology, nutrition, of course, medical education, and interprofessional development. Dr. Harris, welcome.
If we were to meet on a plane and you were to ask me what I do, I would share with you that I'm in medicine. Over the years, I've sat next to too many people who have asked me too many questions about their medical ailments, so I typically leave it a little bit vague at that point. Usually the person then asks me if I'm a nurse, to which I usually answered, nurses were some of my best teachers, but I'm a doctor. If the conversation continues, it's at that point I let them know in truth I'm a pediatrician. And whereas I could start off by saying I'm a pediatrician, I choose not to, because then it usually entails beautiful pictures of children and grandchildren and questions about vaccines and immunizations. And while I am well versed in all of it, that's not what I trained to be. I trained to do critical care medicine. And while there are many happy outcomes in pediatric intensive care units, it is a place where critical illness is managed. I love what I do. I love taking care of patients. I am humbled by the privilege to take care of other people's precious children and to be invited into their lives, often in the midst of crisis. The responsibility to care for another human being is heavy, and yet it's what I celebrate every day. I could not envision doing anything else. Not only has medicine afforded me the unique opportunity to be able to practice what I love, taking care of patients, it also has allowed me to teach trainees from many backgrounds, be inspired by brilliant colleagues, spend sleepless nights at the bedside of a child who needed help, and building programs that innovate. Being a physician is remarkable. And so I am so excited to be invited to speak to this incredible class tonight, to join you with your friends and your families, with your roommates and your colleagues, with your teachers and your mentors, to celebrate your white coats and the noble significance that your white coats represent. The white coat ceremony is a rite of passage. The donning of your white coat symbolizes your entrance into the medical profession. Usually held the first month of medical school, you are surrounded by new friends and colleagues who will be on that journey with you for the next 4 years. It's a moment to reflect on the path that you have taken to get to that point and to take that next step surrounded by those who are here to help you achieve that goal and be, in fact, your co-mentors for life. It's exceptionally meaningful, it's a very solemn occasion, and you pledge to put your patient before yourself and you recite the Hippocratic Oath. But the events of last year, a COVID pandemic surge, changed your class's ability to do that. And so today we participate in this white coat ceremony together as you enter your second year. I have to share with you, I think this may be the way it should be done. The stiffness of your new coat has given way to a softer, familiar friend. The empty pockets now hold objects of importance for you: a pen light, a pen, a reflex hammer, a piece of gum. Over the past year, you have learned how to carry yourselves as doctors. You have learned to put on a stethoscope. You have held your patient's hands. You have felt the awkwardness of asking a stranger intimate questions about their health. You've had to answer patients looking at you for answers about their health and to help them. You have, in fact, earned this moment in a very real way. The reverence of this moment is real to you. You now have a much better sense of how important listening is, how you will never stop learning, how medicine requires an attention to details, how quality improvement, patient experience, and safety play a role in your practice. You, in fact, now have a practice. You have earned this moment through experience and the first year of your apprenticeship. The docs leaders that will present you your white coats tonight have actually worked with you. They know you by name. They have taught you the early skills of physical exam taking. And perhaps this class will lead the way, and this is how white coat ceremonies will be moving forward. But there is no doubt there's something very special about tonight. Now is not an easy time to be a doctor. A COVID pandemic continues. A monkeypox outbreak threatens. Wellness and burnout are now part of our lexicon, and we have taken on a new priority, mental illness, and we recognize that this is going to be, in fact, probably one of the most necessary ailments for us to tackle together as a group. More than ever, we are understanding and seeing the differences between those that have and those that have not. At a time when the nation appears torn over the rights of women, over their bodies, of individuals aligning with their gender, the painful recognition that all-cause mortality rate for Black Americans is 20% higher than for white Americans. You will pledge with this backdrop to take care of your patient regardless of their age, their race, their place in society, their gender, regardless of who they love and how they will pay. We make this pledge together. We pledge to take care of those who need us. The events of the last week remind us even more of the sacred relationship between a physician and a patient and the informed medical decisions that we make together. Our promise is to practice social justice through service. Advocating for your patients will become second nature. Working to guarantee access to care will absorb you. Some of you will choose to practice your advocacy in a community health setting. Some of you will lobby and work at the level of policy change at a legislative level. Others will develop advocacy curriculum, poverty simulations, teach others about social determinants of health. Some of you will advocate for your patients to get access to experimental treatments and compassionate use medications. And some of you will advocate for gentle death over struggling life. For some of you, patient advocacy will define you. You don't know when that advocacy is going to happen. Not even more than a month ago, Roy Guerrero, a graduate of our pediatric residency program, found himself the only pediatrician in Uvalde and has since then become a profound advocate for children in Central Texas. And while there are many struggles that we will need to advocate for better solutions at this very moment in time, it also is incredibly exciting. We are seeing disease reimagined and treatments developing that we never dreamed of, targeting gene therapies that are going to absolutely alter disease progression, antisense oligoclonal nucleotides that are being injected to reprogram cells to make proteins necessary for neuronal survival for patients with spinal muscular atrophy. We are repurposing patients' own T cells to attack tumors. Infusions are given that alter cytokine production, and CRISPR gene editing technology is now being used to stop progression of Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. These are diseases that in my lifetime I have seen a difference. Your medical school training will prepare you well to deal with the future. It will indeed be an exciting time for you to practice medicine. as you stand here today, know you are never alone. Look around you and see all of those who are here to support you. Look to your left, look to your right, at your classmates that a year ago started this journey with you. But it's more than just us that supports you. We all stand on the shoulders of the people who came before us. And while this is a new medical school, and many of us are new faculty, and you are new students, this healthcare community has a rich history. Many of us, also it has to be said, are old. And come here with years of experience as educators and scientists, innovators, and clinicians. If you look around the room, you should know we are all here for you. But it also has to be said that physicians are not the only ones that have white coat ceremonies. And physicians are not the only ones who are going to teach you the aspects of our trade. Some of my greatest teachers were the nurses. I spent nights at the bedside with a patient. I remember to this day the respiratory therapist who took the laryngoscope from my hand after I emergently intubated my first patient. I remember the environmental services woman who used to work nights, and as she would enter rooms of children that didn't have parents, would sing to the babies while she picked up the trash. It takes a village, and the medical village is rich with teammates. Now, you may be wondering why I chose Canadian geese for this slide. I'm a proud Canadian. And so this is an homage to homeland, but it also is because I think Canadian geese are incredible teammates. And if you think about how Canadian geese fly, I want you to behave much like them as a team. I want you to fly in a V formation. I want you to take turns leading and let your knowledge and your strength lift the other members of your team. And when you tire, I want you to let the next teammate lift you up and draft off their strength. I want you to listen to your team members, celebrate their roles, and take this journey together. The rewards will be much greater. There's a very famous story about Joan of Arc that a lot of historians, in fact, have debated. As a young Joan of Arc was preparing for battle, a much older gentleman, per story, approached her and asked if she was afraid to be leading the army into battle. And unfazed, as the story goes, she looked up and she replied, "I am not afraid. I was born to do this." Put on your white coats and do not be afraid. You were born to do this. The next 5 decades are ahead of you, at least. The medicine you will be practicing 10 years from now will be very different from what you are learning right now. But the reverence for your patients, your respect for their humanity, and your approach to care that provides dignity and compassion will never waver and will only deepen. With your white coat, or gray coat, or blue coat, or no white coat, find the joy in your careers by being impactful. This is what you were meant to do. Know that not every day will be stress-free. Not every action or plan will end in success. Do not fear mistakes. The opposite of success is not failure. We fail every day. It's how we learn. The opposite of success is mediocrity, not caring. Don't ever stop caring. I look forward to working with you and alongside you in the future. Congratulations on earning your white coat tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. That was really, really nice. Thank you. I'm going to ask the class of 2025 to do something for me. I know your heart and your spirit enough to know you'll enjoy this and like it. I'm going to ask you to stand and turn around And for just a quick minute, I'd like for you to give a round of applause to all of the family and friends here and online that are supporting you to this point. Thank you. Thank you. This class, the class of 2025, is a remarkable group of people. They come from a broad variety of backgrounds and disciplines. Academically, they're outstanding, but I'm happy to tell you that their academics are not the most impressive thing about them. I'm convinced that the admissions selection committee did a wonderful job selecting a group of broad talent, broad diversity, broad resources, and broad abilities. I'm certain this class will help revolutionize how people get and stay healthy. Today we get to watch these students officially don their white coats. In the years to come, they'll wear these coats during patient encounters as a way of identifying themselves as members of the noble tradition of medicine. Each coat has a pin to serve as a reminder of the importance of compassionate and humanistic care. I want to take a moment and say something to the class of 2025. One of the first white coat ceremonies I ever attended, a speaker said this: "You are incredibly special as individuals and as a group. But I don't say that to flatter you. I say it to obligate you. People of amazing backgrounds and abilities like yourselves do not have the luxury of living ordinary lives." So this is my call to action. Become extraordinary. Do extraordinary things. Revolutionize how people get and stay healthy. Earn the trust that's been given and is being placed in you. And on behalf of the countless patients and communities that will benefit from your accomplishments, thank you in advance. Our innovative curriculum includes a course called Developing Outstanding Clinical Skills, sometimes called the DOCS curriculum. It places all our students in small groups with a clinical skills mentor. The DOCS mentors have been working with these groups, preparing them for their clinical encounters and their clinical year. These groups stay together, meeting regularly all the way through till graduation. I believe that the purposeful relationships that are built in these groups will be a source of pride, connection, and identity for the students throughout their careers. During our ceremony this evening, it's fitting that each DOCS mentor will cloak the medical students within their group. It's particularly fitting that they'll be cloaked by their mentor and that they're cloaked together as a group. Today, as the students come up, the mentor will stand in the middle of the platform. The students will process across, have their coat placed by the mentor, then they'll proceed across and be greeted by the interim dean of medical school, Interim Dean McCombs. After being cloaked, each student will return up to the risers, and they get to stand there for the rest of the ceremony. Dr. Pandian's group. Shelby Johnson is not able to be here this evening. Casey Kepp. Samuel Lynn. Logan Musica. Ayeb Rungwala. Dr. Mariquin's group. Christopher Abad Jacoby. William Austin. Alexis de Montfort Shepherd. Prachi Khanna. Victoria Sue. Dr. Moreno will be cloaking Dr. Avashia's group. Karim Bajo. Imani Butler. Saman Khan. Anuska Martinez Arguedas. Raj Paida. Dr. Miller's group. Frida Corin. Arian Albis Ramos could not be here this evening. Lauren O'Neill. Neka Ide. Brandon Wynn. Dr. Bedoya's group. Allison Edwards. Mithil Gupta. Sarah Lassiter. Sarah McWilliam. Ty Norman. Dr. Manja's group. Samuel Burr could not join us this evening. Adam Cardenas. Natalie Mallory. Rosa Martinez. Catherine Stauber. Dr. Mulbari's group. London Simone Davis. Park Sang-Jun. Sunny Sandhu. Ria Sir could not be with us this evening. Evelyn Shao. Dr. Rutan's group. Zane Cook. Caroline Hughes. Isa Kaloon. Sahana Prabhu. Daniel Ramirez. Dr. Kulkarni Date's group. Karen Jimenez. Arpan Patel.
He's so good looking!
And I think we all agree. Pete Roche. Aquiel Warner. Kayla Wilson. Dr. Taylor's group. Perry Blau. V. Burgess. Mia Ferguson. John Luke. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my joy and privilege to present to you the Dell Medical School Class of 2025.
Oh, wow, what a feisty group. I can't wait till graduation. Wow, awesome. I wanted to introduce Dr. Beth Nelson. Beth is our Vice Dean of Education and our Interim Chair of Medical Education, and she is going to lead the group in the Dell Medical School Hippocratic Oath. Beth?
All right, thank you guys. And if those of you that have a program can turn to the last page. Our class is already standing, but I would invite any physicians in the audience to also stand and join us in reciting the Hippocratic Oath. I don't know if we can turn up the lights a little bit maybe for those in the audience. Thank you. I realized as I was sitting preparing that I said this for the first time officially 30 years ago when I graduated from medical school. So I join you, Dr. Harris, as being one of the older people in the room. But I encourage you to say it with the gusto y'all celebrated the moment before, but I ask you to join me, please. I swear to fulfill to the best of my ability and judgment this pledge. I will respect the autonomy, dignity, and privacy of my patients. I will practice my profession with conscience. In accordance with best medical practice. I will remember that there is an art to medicine as well as a science. And that warmth, sympathy, and understanding may outweigh the benefits of surgery and medications. I will not permit bias, prejudice, or other societal constraints to impact my responsibility to my patient. And I will be vigilant in addressing health inequities. I will avoid the traps of overtreatment and advocate for those without access. I will always put patients and their families ahead of personal economic gain. I will prevent disease and promote health. I will advance health in my community beyond the walls of the clinic and the hospital. I will collaborate with all members of the healthcare team. To provide comprehensive care to my patients and community. I will recognize the limits of my knowledge and skill. And seek the help of others when needed. I will work to improve the quality and safety of the healthcare system. Through innovation, collaborative leadership, and teamwork. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities. In order to provide care of the highest standard. If I do not violate this oath, I will live honored knowing that I have returned to society the great investment and trust it has placed in me. Congratulations, class of 2025.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much again, class of 2025. Congratulations. This is another important milestone on your career to becoming physicians and changing how we take care of patients. So, again, congratulations. I hope you'll remember some of the great words of Dr. Harris today. And Leah, thank you so much. Very inspirational talk for us today. Everyone, thank you so much for coming to celebrate the accomplishments of these really terrific young physicians in training. Again, family and friends are central to the success of our young physicians in training, and they really rely on you. And being here tonight is just another testament of that support. So again, thank you so much for coming. This really concludes our event tonight. I think we're going to have a nice light reception after this. So again, thank you so much, and congratulations.